Hope everybody's had a wonderful weekend. Hopefully, you guys have had a great time with your friends and family. And now I know we're getting closer to the work week for most of us. So, hopefully, you guys are all prepared to go back to work mentally and be ready for a great week coming ahead. But today, we are going to sit here and talk about Pokemon investment do's and don'ts. So, we're going to go through 5 of them here and just kind of discuss this as you guys are continuing your journey in the Pokemon TCG for investing or just collecting or whatever you're doing. But I hope to give you some advice as you move along. So, guys, if you're new here, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and as always, hit that like button, guys. We can get 45 likes on this video. It is greatly appreciated and it helps our channel out a ton. So, this is kind of a collaboration between myself and TCG Rating. I will put his channel down in the description below, of course, and that way you can go check him out. But we both just decided on the side to come up with a list of 5 do's and don'ts when it comes to investing in TCGs or Pokemon TCG, and bring them to you separately and not telling each other what we're actually putting down. That way we could see how consistent 2 different channels are, maybe see how different we might be on some of these things and how we look at them, because we're all going to give an explanation on why we're doing what we're doing. And that way you guys could have a little bit more guidance or a little bit different of a thought process on investing in the TCGs. So the first thing I'm going to do is a don't. So don't invest in the chase. Now, what do I mean by don't invest in the chase? Don't go out and start purchasing things to try and invest into that chase card. You hear everybody talks about that chase card in a set. Whether it's a Charizard, a Mew, a evolution of some kind, Umbreon, looking at the moon, all the different ones that people are really going after. We call those chase cards, and people will spend a lot of money trying to get these chase cards, thinking that they'll make their money back if they can hit it. And technically in the first maybe week of the set release, maybe 2 if you push it, and in the pre-release time, yes, you could actually make some profit on these if you can catch these chase cards early enough, or with the wide array of chase cards that people are going for at that time period, there is a chance to at least break even on these booster boxes, or of course get slightly ahead. But as time moves on and you get past that first week or 2 of a set release, that dries up extremely quickly. So if you're sitting there trying to rip booster boxes as an investment to get those chase cards to make that income, chances are is that you will start to lose money rather quickly rather than actually making profit on these, unless you hold on to those chase cards and hopefully they go back up fairly quickly in order for you to recoup some of that money. But in general, we would say do not invest in the chase for these Pokemon cards. It's better to sit on the sealed product than it is to do that. So that's going to bring me into my next do. Keep products sealed. Once again, booster boxes and all these products are better to be kept sealed after that first week of release. Just put them away, forget about them. I know I get a lot of people in my comments asking, how do you do that? How do you keep things sealed? Number one way, get them off site. Get a store. If you have a storage unit, another place that you could keep them where you have to drive or go a distance to get them. It's a great way to sit there and prevent yourself from opening them. Second of all, just have steel gloves, guys. Put it down in your basement, put it in a closet, put it in Pokedata.io. Watch the numbers on Pokedata.io, but stay away from the actual product, because the less you see them, the more able you are to keep them closed. And that's definitely what you want to do when it comes to sealed product investing, or in general in investing, because as we've seen in time and time again since the beginning of Pokemon TCG, since the beginning of Magic the Gathering back in '94, sealed product is king if you can keep it sealed. And that's the biggest trick that you have to go through. Next don't I'm going to bring up is investing in V-Boxes. Now, I know some people think that there's several different boxes. I know some people think that all V-Boxes are created the same, and they're not. General V-Boxes is what I talk about, is like the Calyrex V-Box or the Urshifu V-Boxes, or even going back to the Vivid Voltage, they had just the regular starter V-Boxes with Rillaboom, Scorbunny, and Inteleon. Definitely cool little boxes. They're nice to have for a collector, maybe one of them. Maybe they just want the jumbo cards. But in general, V-Boxes take a lot of space for very little product. They have a lot of air. They've got all that plastic in them. They usually have 4 packs inside of them, that jumbo card, and then maybe 1 promo card depending on the set. So that's one of those issues where, how much space do you want to take up for 6 boxes when in that same space I could put almost 12 to 18 boxes or booster boxes in that space, or at least 10 to 20 ETBs. It's just one of those things. If you're looking at space, if you're looking at actual profitability, V boxes always fall behind or really slow growth, while your booster boxes and your ETBs continue to accelerate on the sets as time goes on. So use your space wisely. Don't be investing in the things that are just going to take up space and maybe won't see that jump that everything is looking at. The next thing I'm going to say is do invest in premium collection boxes. And I'm not saying high amounts of them. I think that you could get a case of each one and put them away. So like the Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon boxes, the Reshiram Charizard box, the Zekrom Pikachu box. You can even go back to Shining Fates now. You can get that Shining Fates, Shining Dragapult, and Crobat. Those are definitely great items because they're printed once and they look really good. They're flashy, especially the latest ones that came out with the evolutions. Really flashy boxes, really cool to see. They stand out in a collection. They've also got more packs, more promo cards inside of them. They've got some little exclusive items inside of them that make them a little bit better. But still, not one of those items I would put a ton away from, but definitely a lot better investment than the standard V-Boxes from a set that you see around in the stores or Walmart all the time. Next thing I'm going to say is don't spend over MSRP on modern, ultra modern Pokemon products. So if it's within the last 2 years, if the Pokemon product is still being in print, as we call it, don't be paying over MSRP of it. It will continue to reprint. And we used to say that with the ETBs too, but now we're seeing reprints of ETBs. So in general, if it is in print, don't pay over MSRP. Actually, you may want to pay under MSRP on a lot of these products, such as a booster box or an ETB, because then you can actually have a little bit of a nest egg knowing that it should go right back to MSRP as soon as the saturation starts to get absorbed by the general public of the Pokemon TCG and investors and people opening these products. Once again, it may be really difficult to pass on some of these items, but just remember, if you pass on it, even Shining Fates, it comes back with a reprint, drops that market, and then you could actually be able to purchase those things at MSRP. Who knows how long they'll sit there. If you paid the extra money for them up front, now you're in a waiting game for them to hopefully catch up and surpass that amount in order for you to start making profit on these. So if you're investing in any kind of TCG and Pokemon TCG, do not spend over MSRP while the set is in print. After it gets retired and the printing stops, then of course it's a different game, and then you got to start playing the markets based on popularity and how well the set is, how well the set is sought after. All those things come into factor after the first 2 years of that product. My next invest in exclusive products. Once again, this is going back to like that Zekrom Pikachu, Charizard, Reshiram, but I'm also talking about the Pokemon Center exclusive products. I really do enjoy these items. I think that those Pokemon exclusive ETBs are fantastic items. Even if you go out of English and go to Japanese, there are a lot of Japanese exclusive promos, especially the Pikachu promos that are out there. There's also the stamp promos. They're constantly doing different promos in Japan that we don't get here. And those are definitely exclusive items and promos that they come in. You know, you can sit there and purchase a product with that promo in it, leave it sealed. Definitely a great opportunity. We go through, you get the Chilling Rain, the Evolving Skies, Fusion Strike, the Celebrations, and now we're coming up to the Brilliant Stars exclusive ETBs. Flashier ETBs, stand out, really nice, are going to accelerate fairly decently because there is not going to be a reprint on those. Even the Celebrations one now we're being told is pulled, it's sold out, and it's done as of 2/26, so we will no longer be seeing that in print as of the 26th of February. So once again, exclusive items such as that are fantastic investments. Definitely something you want to try and put away. Once again, 10 extra packs inside of there, or 2 extra packs to give you 10 packs total. Great investment opportunity to get a little bit extra out of an ETB and a space. Next thing I'm going to say is don't invest in loose packs. Loose packs are kind of that questionable game and gain, and as you go in the future, yes, packs will go up in price, but we're even seeing it now, and it's been a discussion we've had on the side here on chat is the number one leading cause is why packs do not gain value as fast as sealed product is because of the threat of weighing. I know a lot of people say that modern packs can't be weighed. That is still up in the air. I think that if you take enough time and you really want to start weighing packs, especially as these packs go up in price, you go back to XY Evolutions, you go back to early Sun and Moon, even Black and White. A lot of those packs were weighable. And it gives that bad taste in your mouth thinking that you may be purchasing a pack that has nothing in it. You're just buying duds, even though you're paying the full price or that high price as if it could have either or. So once again, sealed product, closed product, even the cardboard sleeves are kind of questionable, but I'd be a little bit more willing to purchase those versus just a loose pack laying around. That's just me personally, and I know I'm not the only person that thinks that, but personally, that's my big caution on that is loose packs are kind of that gray area when it comes to the investment in Pokemon TCG. Sometimes you can't find them any other way, and if you want them, you'll have to go that way. But it's just that definitely not a preferred method, especially with modern product. Next thing I'm going to say is invest in booster boxes. Best investment still, in my opinion, in a Pokemon TCG is booster boxes. The reason being is that they are a very versatile tool when it comes to the sales end of it. Not only can you sell the booster box at whatever price it is, you can watch that pack price and be able to sell those packs, or you can sit there and look at the chase card. Maybe there's an easy to pull chase card that has high value inside of it, and you could open packs to try and get those chase cards. There's a lot of options with booster boxes. Second of all, booster boxes and ETBs are your best gainers over the long run on these sets as they continue to move forward in time. We can go back historically and look at what's happened at every booster box in the past 20 years and see how well it has accelerated or moved up in price over its lifespan. We know that they do extremely well. We know that they're a secure investment. We know that these items will continue to go for. Even with the way that it is right now with the high print levels, I still think the booster boxes are going to be your secure item that's going to give you the best bang for your buck. So definitely, I would say do invest into booster boxes. I think that that's your most secure and simplest investment that you can make when it comes down to it at the end of the day. Next, don't invest in regular set tins. There are a lot of tins out there, each set they bring out tins, and there's more tins, and there's V-Power tins, and there's, Evolution tins, and there's all these things out there, and they just continually reuse these, and they change the packs inside the tin. Nobody knows what those packs are going to be after a while, unless you purchased them and somehow knew, like the V-Power tins, when you purchased it, then you could maybe track down what tins are inside of there, but in general, they're kind of a wash, and they get kind of frustrating. They're not good pull rates. There's four to five packs in each one of these tins, and each one of those packs is different depending on when you purchase it, and they're not the same set. Now, if you look at holiday sets, it's a little bit different game, right? Holiday sets are usually 4 to 5 of that set, and they're all the same set. So if you go and buy a Shining Fates tins, they're all Shining Fates. If you go buy a Hidden Fates, they're all Hidden Fates. If you go buy Celebrations, you know that there's Celebration packs and a lot of them inside of there. You know the number of them. That you don't get with the regular tins. Also, they're not very catchy. They're not very flashy. The tins are great for just a storage item, but realistically, they're not a good item to have for a display for a collector in the future either, which is where I look at for the investability of something. Is there a chance of it being a good display or collection item? And I don't see that in most tins out there, just holiday sets. So as a general, don't invest in regular set tins. There's just not much meat on the bones on those either. And once again, a lot of airspace inside the tins. They take up a lot of space, and there's actually not much in them. Last do that I have for you before I do that is, if I brought you good information today, and if you enjoy this kind of content, hit that subscribe, guys. Hit that notify, and once again, hit that like. Also, check out TCG Gaming. His link is below. He's going to be doing a similar video, kind of like I said, a collaboration between the two of us on doing this video. So go ahead and check out what he's got to say, so that way you can get some more guidance or more knowledge for yourself as you continue your journey in the Pokemon TCG investing. Last thing I'm going to say is, do invest on a budget. I think that's the number one thing that you have to do. Even with Brilliant Stars, I've got a $200 budget for purchasing things. That's a good way, a good secure way to keep yourself from overspending, taking product, putting it away. If you want to open product, set it as a budget, chase that card with that budget. Whatever you're looking to do on these items, that's definitely the best and most secure way to do that. Guys, if you set a budget, you know you're not going to overspend and take out of your personal budgets and really start to mess yourself up. If you mess yourself up, you have to sell products sooner than you'd like, and sometimes that leads to losses instead of gains. That in Pokemon products can become, or any TCG product can become, very solid at any given time. We could go from a liquid item that everybody wants to a solid item overnight. Collectibles market can change and shift at a moment's notice, and it may take years for that product to actually start to move again and become more liquid again for you to be able to sell it and make profit on it. So just keep that in mind as you continue your journey. Be sure you start budgeting. Be sure you sit there and put pen to paper and really come up with a game plan for that budgeting before you really start digging into it. The more that you plan, the more that you budget, the better off you're going to be, the more successful you'll be. So like I said, guys, I hope I brought you guys some good knowledge, some good information today. If I did, hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and of course, hit that like. We can get 45 on this video. Go check out TCG Gaming. He's going to have a similar video for you guys to really spread out the knowledge and look at different creators and different people's ideas. And as always, guys, I'm going to put up these 2 videos for you over here for you to get some more information afterwards. And we will see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.